If you have an SMMA in 2025 and you're still doing free trials, you're absolutely cooked. Right now, if you have service-based business, you shouldn't be doing free trials at all. Like honestly, don't do free trials. Do what I'm going to show you now instead because it works much better. That's what I did. I personally closed free trials in the past, and I didn't get shit from them. No results at all. Like you're not gonna make money from them. The problem with free trials is you can get a lot of businesses to hop on a meeting with you. Well, it's actually really good for booking meetings. Like if you call people offering free trials, of course they're gonna show hop on a call with you. They don't know how it works because they don't have to pay shit. That problem is that you're booking a lot of meetings. You can book 10 minutes a day. But the problem is the quality of those meetings. You're getting brokers, you get people who think they can grow for free or uncommitted people. That's people who you don't want to work with. Like honestly, I worked with people in the past, like doing a lot of split payments. Like I got people for $100, and those guys were the worst clients I had. And funny enough, the people that worry the most about money and about results, and the people who think that they're not getting what their money's worth, is the people who pay less. When you get someone paying 5K a month between ad spend in your company and everything, those don't complain. Those guys don't complain. They just wait for the process. But you got someone paying $500, they'll be like on your ass 24/7. Like you're just asking for their whole house. It seems incredible. So you don't want to work with brokers, and you don't want to work with people who think that they just can't get things for free. That's not how business works. Why will you? All you do get someone money for free? Oh, okay. In 30 days, they're gonna start paying me. But that's not how it works. You want to make money, you gotta invest money. They already know it. Like if you work with realtors, Cielo, they pay Cielo to get leads. Why will they not pay you? Of course, Cielo is shit. That doesn't work. Well, yours is gonna work. They already paid for something that didn't work in the past. Get them to pay for yours. Um, with contractors as well, they have Angies. They pay for Angies, and this is shit. Don't do free trials at all. It just you'll get the wrong type of people. And still, it happened to me that I offer a free trial, and they wanted me to pay for the ad spend. You will not pay for fucking ad spend of a company. They have to understand that in order to make money, they need to invest. Now, even if you get people, so you can get a lot of people, but at the end, you ended up spending 7, 15, 30 days working for free. And you're working for a guy who's not committed, who has no skin in the game. Even if they're paying ad spend, like of course, never pay ad spend. I know there's people paying ad spend just to get results. Don't do that shit. Honestly, don't do that. But if you're working with people who are not committed, no skin on the game, because $30 a day, $20 a day is not enough commitment. That's not enough money for them to actually feel committed. I had clients on free trials, and since they didn't pay shit, even if they were spending on ad spend, they didn't reach out to me, they didn't reply to me, they just didn't care about what's happening because they did not pay me. So don't do free trials. You'll waste 1 week, 2 weeks, a whole month working for free for someone who will just dump you at the end of the month. So don't do that. But you just have to keep in mind this. So of course, some guy will pay wants to deliver an excellent service if you have a really good service delivery. If you don't have it, you should be charged like 2K a month for that, of course. But if you have a good delivery, some of them will pay you, but most of them won't do it. Like you can book, let's say, 10 minutes with business owners promising a free trial, and you can close five. Like close, like getting on free trials. And at the end, you will close one, which sounds good, but making money to five, seven, eight different businesses to close one, don't fucking do that. If you're doing what the usual SMMA owner does, you're paying go high level, you're selling the campaigns, you probably have like even an appointment set up for your clients. Why would you set up campaigns for seven different businesses to get one of them to pay? Don't do that. Also, you either give a 1 week free trial, which is usually not enough to get them money, and you just hope they pay you just because they see some leads, there's some potential clients. For example, in real estate, you will probably get a few leads, but you will not get any money. They will not get any money in within a week. Same with contractors. They're probably, unless it's like a small repair or something, they will not make money in a week. Detailer could make money in 1 week, could make money in like 3 days, but it's not the usual. Usually, they don't make money in the first week. That's not how it works in any niche, honestly. So You can either give like a 1 week free trial and just hope they trust you just because you get them some leads, or get a 15-day, 30-day free trial and then hope they feel your service is worth 1 to 3K a month, which, spoiler, they will not feel like it. And it's not nothing about you, like honestly. It's like, okay, we got some leads, we could get a job coming in, but once someone's asking to pay you, besides the ads, which is around like 33, $50 a day, they're just asking for 1,000, 2,000, $3,000 a month. Even if they get a result, you'll think about it. You'll say like, okay, this is something I actually want to get out of my pocket right now. That's why you shouldn't be investing your time and effort for getting free trials. Now, what you should do is try a good offer that is for beginners. I already did this, and this is how I get my first clients actually. Of course, as I said, I did free trials and all that stuff, but none of them stick to me. The clients I got for 3 months plus were people I signed with this offer that I'm going to show you right now. Since you're probably just starting out, you're probably around like 1K a month, something like that, and you only took a couple appointments, you have no testimonials, you don't have nothing for people to believe you or literally anything, you gotta get some clients ASAP. You gotta get results. You need results. You need testimonials. You need someone to show on the call to show that they're actually worth your trust. And so, how do you get clients ASAP in a way that you make money, but they don't have to risk a lot of money to become your client? So, what's a good model to get clients ASAP, make money, low effort, low commitment from your client? It's easy. Small setup, pay per result. You don't need to know anything else. Just do this. Small setup fee and pay per result. We're talking small setup fee. We're talking about like $200, $250. Everyone can pay $250. Like if they cannot afford $250, they cannot afford the ad spend in the first place. They cannot afford working with you. So you don't need to work with them. Just do a small setup fee here. So 250 one-time setup fee plus commission. Well, not commission plus results. What kind of results? What do you mean by pay per result? There's different options. You can do pay per lead, you can do pay per appointment, or you can do pay per close. All of those work, honestly, just keep in mind. The clients, the meetings you got, they will close depending on the value that you provide and likelihood of achievement. So you gotta choose. What do I mean by this? So it's not the same to offer leads as offer appointments, offer closes. In every different niche is different. So some people will just react better when you offer leads on contractor niche instead of detailing niche. They people will react better to pay per close in like some niches like real estate. In real estate, they're all used to doing pay per close. If you're working like gyms, usually it's most like a show up thing or per client. So you gotta know your market and choose what's the best option for you and for your client. We can see it here. So you have pay per lead, pay per appointment, pay per deal. So the best, for example, pay per lead is the best for you, but worse for the client, and this can bring out actually some problems at the beginning. The thing with pay per lead is what's a lead? That's the first thing. What do you consider a lead? What does your client consider a lead? Some people, I hop on calls with some people that think that a lead is someone who buys. And for me, a lead is someone who gives a phone number, name, and they tell us what they're looking for. That's a lead. So you can do pay per lead. It's quite simple. It's simple for the user on the Facebook ads. You get the leads. That's it. Is there worse for your clients since you don't actually get like qualified people? They could just say like, "Hey, this leads are shit" or something like that. It just works for your client. In some niches work better than others. I know in contractors it works good to offer leads because you already know their numbers. They already know how much they can close. But for example, in real estate, it sucks. Like I try it. I don't know someone who's doing good with pay per lead on real estate, but yeah, it's not the best for that niche. So it depends on the niche, but I will not recommend doing pay per lead. Now we got pay per deal. Best for your client, but worse for you, unless you already have like a really good service delivery, sales training, and you qualify your clients. In that case, you can make a lot of money. Like imagine if you get just like 15% on that kitchen remodeling, which is 30K, and you can get 3 kitchens in a month. If you can do that and your client is willing to pay you, let's say 10%. 10% on 3 kitchens, that's 90K for your client, that's $9,000 for you on a single month. It's quite good. The problem, If you're doing cold outreach mostly, you'll face a lot of brokers. You'll face a lot of people who want to do pay per commission, but they have a shit sales process. They know shit about sales. And even if you get them 100 leads a month, they could probably not close anyone. And then you're losing money just because, of course, that's for your client. They're not paying you because they're not closing. But you're relying 100% on your client to actually make your money. And to be honest, you're a marketing guy. You're not a sales guy. You cannot just sell for them. You can hire sellers to do the appointment booking, but at the end, it depends on them as well. So it's not the best option out there. I know some agencies that do like a good service delivery. They qualify, do landing pages, a lot of questions for the leads. Then they have an appointment setter and they train their clients on sales as well. Like if you're working with a 1 million a month company, they're probably good at sales. They have to be in order to be at that level. But if you're working with a 17-year-old detailer who's looking to start a business, they don't know shit about sales. So you can either just train them and do as much as possible to get money from paper deal, or you can just go to the best option, which is pay per appointment. Midpoint, best option in my opinion, to be honest. You can just like get the leads, you hire an appointment setter for them, qualify those leads and book the appointments for estimates, for evaluations, for whatever, and you just book the appointments for them. That way they don't have to deal with a bunch of time wasters or a lot of bad leads. They don't have to deal with that. But on the other hand, you don't have to do the whole paper deal thing. You don't have to wait and hope that your client is good at sales in order to get paid. So there's the option I will choose. You just get the ads running, hire an appointment setter, or you do it yourself. Call the leads, and book them in the calendar. Same. House, you can position your offer as pay per result without doing bait and switch. A lot of people just say like bait and switch. I haven't done it. I know it's good. But bait and switch basically you're saying like, hey, it's 100% pay on results basis, but at the end you just pitch a retainer who has nothing to do with results. So yeah, that's you don't have to be like bait and switch just because you're asking for a small setup fee, which is barely any money, and you're getting paid but what you bring to the table, which could be leads, could be appointments, could be deals, whatever. It's a midpoint where you get paid up front, but it's not much money to trigger resistance with your client. Like $250, and unless you really fucked up on the sales call and really did really bad on that sales call and they don't trust you at all, $250 is not money. It's pennies. Like there's a lot of these businesses making 100K a month. Why will they not pay you 250? Because they don't trust you. But it's not about the offer, it's just about your skills. So it's a midpoint, you get paid up front, no resistance. And it helps you get testimonials. If you want to start charging 2K a month, 3K a month, you need at least to have a couple of testimonials and a couple of client results. First, because you don't want to scam people. You don't want to just be pitching 3K a month for retainers when you don't know shit about ads. And second thing is, if you're paid, the more money you charge, the bigger the resistance the client will feel towards paying it. So you really have to trust you in order to do that. So keep that in mind. The only cons you will face is you rely a lot on your client results if you do pay per deal, or if you do pay per appointment but you don't book appointments for them, you rely completely on them. And then with pay per lead, the only problem is they could just say like, hey, there's not good leads, so I will not pay for these leads. But yeah, that's just some risks that you have to take. And you don't get much money up front. You can then bump it up, do 500, then 700, then 1,000, then 2,000, then 5,000. You can of course do that. But to start out, if you got no results, no money at all, and you just want to get signed clients, dude, simple, $250 is best than zero. If it's no money, like you already have no clients, you already are not making money, so get someone for 250. Don't let your ego get in the way. 250 plus results. You don't have to do nothing else. This will scale you further than trying to pitch 1.5K month retainers with no results at all. Where you have no experience, nothing. So you just do like a small setup fee plus pay per result. And if you want to know how this looks like, let me give you like an example. Let's say for remodeling, you get a company that's looking for full bathrooms. It's around like, let's say 20K. Could be like 30, 40, 50K, but let's say 20K. Assuming the client can close at least one a month, it takes him 10 appointments to close one, and we need 30 leads to get 10 appointments. Here are the numbers, basically, so you know how much you will make. So client revenue is $20,000 for a single job. Ideal commission in these niches is like 10%. So 2,000 per deal. Basically, if you're doing pay per deal, it will be 2,000 per deal, 10% commission. Keep in mind that it doesn't have to be like 10%. For example, we detailers, ceramic coating could be, let's say, from 400 to 3K, and the margins are better, so you can probably do like 20% commission. With real estate, they usually make, let's say, from 7K to 30K on a household. You can charge. They're used to paying like 25%, so you can just do like 25%. Depends on the margins. For example, here in bathroom remodeling, they usually have margins of like 15, 20, 25%. You cannot charge them 20% of the job. You're making more money than them. That doesn't make sense for them. So you can do with like 10%. So let's say 2,000 per close deal. That's for paper deal, paper deal. Now, if you want to do paper appointment, just divide the desired commission into how many appointments it usually takes to get it. So say 10 appointments for one model. If you know that it takes less appointments to get one, then you can just change it. But for example, I will say, just to start out, just say that they will get one deal out of 10 appointments. So 10 appointments, 2,000 is a job, the commission we want to get, how much we want to get paid. So let's say 10 appointments, you can charge 200 per appointment. That's paid per appointment. And let's say we want to do like pay per lead. Now we just take the same thing, the deal value, the $2,000, and we divide it by 30, which is the amount of leads that we are approximated that we need to get this deal. It's just 66 per lead. That's pay per lead. You can do differently if you know you can get more, you can get less. Just do like, I would recommend doing for contractors from 30 to $60 per lead. For other niches who are lower ticket like detailing, you can do like $10 per lead, or like 250 per appointment, something like that. Depends on how much your client is making. Use the math, like make sure it makes sense for them. Like if your client is making 20,000 and they're actually profiting, let's say 10,000, they will pay you 2 grand. But if your client is making 500 per job, you're gonna ask for 250. Maybe you can ask for 100. You can ask for 150. Depends on the margins. So just do this research on your niche and apply it. And that's how you build a performance-based offer, and that's how you get clients. With this, as long as you're booking meetings consistently, you can get like one deal a week. And even if not much, you're making 1K in that first month in setup fees. And if your service delivery is good, you can be scaling to 5K within 30 days. And that's all I have for today for you guys. Hope this works. I hope this helps you to scale your agency. If you have any questions, just drop it in the comments. I'll be checking it out. And that's it. Get back to work.